Okay. Make sure that everything's on point. Okay, everything's on point. Everything's on point. Okay. Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. So, Coach Prime and basically Coach Saban meet up for the first time since, they had their back and forth where Coach Saban was trying to claim that Coach Prime had all these people, that he had all this money somewhere. Basically was crying about the NIL because now he's going to have competition when in the past, everything just came to him. So let me play basically the interview. This is from ESPN. Sage Steele was basically interviewing Coach Prime and Coach Saban. I think this was like 4 days ago. Fair you sack, fair you sack.
If that doesn't get you ready, I don't know what will. Come on, let's say hello and welcome to two coaches who will
fair you sack, fair you sack.
Alabama head coach Nick Saban and Jackson State head coach Sanders, who are promoting the latest college football campaign from Aflac Duck versus Gap Goat. Gentlemen, the college football season is here. So excited. And I was debating over which one of you gets the first question. Age before beauty? Age before beauty? I was going to say we agree on this, although we should debate the beauty part. You both are. Coach Saban, you're preseason number 1 for the 7th time in your 16 years at Alabama. At this point, 10 days before your first game, I'm dying to know, what's your priority day-to-day practice meetings as you get set for game 1, Utah State?
I think you're always sort of trying to prepare yourself, so we're really full metal jacket into, concentrate and focus on the details of execution, the discipline it takes, trying to get more and more players be able to complete a task on a consistent basis so they have a chance to play winning football. So the players have had a great attitude through camp, so hopefully that'll carry over into the season.
Hopefully it will. Again, Utah State, September 3rd, 7:30 Eastern Time. It's on SEC Network. And then the next day, September 4th, Sanders, you have a huge game right out of the gate against the team that's considered your biggest challenger in the SWAC East, Florida A&M. You know them well. Almost exactly a year to the day that you pulled off. Listen, it was a win. It was an ugly win, an important win against them. 7-6 was the final, turnovers, penalties. What should we expect this time around?
Well, fortunately, we get to watch FAMU play this weekend against North Carolina, so we gotta get a cheat sheet. They don't have one on us. Coach Simmons is a phenomenal head coach. They have a great team with a bunch of guys that are NFL prospects. We can't wait to get down there to South Florida and play. Like Coach Saban says, we're just trying to perfect certain things, that we're trying to do those things consistently. We're trying to just pay close and attention to details and be consistent in all of those things that we need to be consistent in that propel us to win this game.
Yeah, and really set the tone out of the gate for both of you. Let's go back real quick to how last year ended, because I'm sure both of you have thought about that a lot. Coach Saban, 1 game away from her 8th national championship, 7th with Alabama. I know how high you set the bar for your team and for yourself personally. You start with 17 players returning from that Georgia game. What did you learn from that game that maybe you brought to your team this offseason?
No, I think that we weren't able to finish. I think one of the things you have to do to be a great competitor is when things don't go well in a game, you always got to be able to sort of hit your chest and recenter, refocus your energy so you can play the next play. And being ahead 18-13 with 10 minutes to go in the game, and then giving up, 21 points or something, in the final 10 minutes of the game was really, really disappointing. But I think, players remember their disappointments, which can be used as a really positive motivator, I think, for the future. And hopefully that will help us, this year and doing the things we need to do to have success.
Yeah, and I know when they're in it, you don't even have to remind them of what happened or what didn't happen. Deion, you won SWAC Coach of the Year, just your second season, but I know also that 21-point loss to South Carolina State in the Celebration Bowl, that's got to still sting. Your quarterback, your son, Shedeur Sanders, he says he's watched the game a couple times and said he wasn't happy with his performance. You say your team is better this year. How is Shedeur better?
It's better because he has a better offensive line. We changed OCs. We did a lot of changing and soul searching. Like Coach Saban said, we didn't finish whatsoever. No matter how you start, you got to finish anything in life. You just got to put a period of exclamation mark at the end of the sentence, and we didn't do that. And I'm going to take full responsibility for that. Had a long, wonderful season. You got to understand, we only had several guys amongst the team that had won state championships that really won and really understand how to win. Winning is a consistent thing that you do on a daily basis. Small things, getting up on time, being in meetings on time, getting your all on this particular play consistently, and you have a bunch of small wins that culminates to major wins, and that's what we got to do. We got to learn how to win. We won the SWAC championships, cool, but everybody was so celebratory after that. I think we forgot that we had the championship game in Atlanta, and
Right.
I'm gonna change all the doors when we make it back this year and let anyone out of that hotel to make sure that we are locked in and focused.
Coach Saban, you've got 4 preseason All-Americans. Quarterback Bryce Young, one of them obviously coming off that Heisman Trophy season. I was looking at video last night again. He was extremely hard on himself after the loss to Georgia, saying that he needs to be a better leader on the field specifically. What have you seen from him so far that could make him more of that, a leader, and even better in 2022?
Well, I think people forget that, Bryce was a first-year starter last year. So, sometimes you don't feel like when you're a new guy, new starter, that you should really, be taking the bull by the horns and being the kind of leader that impacts and affects other people, especially when there's a lot of older players around you. I think this year he's got a completely different disposition when it comes to that. He's done a really, really good job of affecting the players around him in a really positive way. And he's had a great attitude about continuing to try to improve and get better. He's not satisfied at all with, where he was and where he is and where the team is. So I think those are all, very positive factors for us.
Yeah, and it is so impressive to see someone so young want to take on that responsibility and that accountability, which is just what he did. One of the big topics in this offseason, Deion, was you're hiring a former Vikings head coach, Mike Zimmer, as a consultant. Also your position coach way back in your Cowboys days. And for those who missed it, here's what Zim said about what you are doing at Jackson State. He said, I really think the sky's the limit. If some people would donate to him in this football program, there would be no stopping him. He would be competing with the Georgias and Alabamas and everybody around the country because I've seen what he's done. The money that's taken out of his own pocket to improve facilities and the things that he's had to try to overcome. That's the most notable part of what he said. So, Prime, is it as simple as getting more money, more donations? How close are you to competing with the Georgias and the Nick Saban's Alabamas of college football?
Well, certainly we don't have the resources and we don't have the roster that they entail. I think it's 22 more scholarships that they're allowed to have than what we would have. So matching up with Coach Saban guys is absurd right now until we get that interior to even think about it, to even fathom that matchup. I would love it in the future. But I don't know when that future would behold. But I'm happy. I'm elated with where we are, what we're doing, what we're accomplishing, and we're pushing the envelope. We have an expectation of greatness. We have an expectation of kids going to the NFL. We have an expectation of these kids going and changing the likes of their communities. We're trying to build men, not just professional football players, but we're trying to raise professionals.
Let's talk about the NIL topic real quick because obviously it's still a hot one throughout all college sports. And we all know you both were in the headlines, discussing it this summer. And we're not going to go rehash all that. You've been there, done that. I would like to ask both of you, though, what the biggest challenge is with NIL. Coach Saban, if you could start.
Well, I think, first of all, name, image, and likeness is a great opportunity for players to make money. They've always been allowed to work. This is another opportunity to use what they've created on their own, through their own hard work, to be able to earn money, and I think that's a really, really good thing. I think, a couple things are of concern. We allow alumni through collectives to get involved in recruiting and other things, that's always something we've guarded against, in college football. I think, how does it create, what kind of competitive balance are we able
What's
to
up,
create?
Still the King? What up,
If we
DI?
allow that to happen, which is not going to be great for fans. The best competitive balance you can have, it's like in the NFL. They have rules to create competitive balance, whether it's salary cap, difficulty of schedule, where you draft, where you pick relative to your win-loss record. So those things are important, I think, in creating interest and creating a lot of good matchups, on a national basis. And I also think we don't have any rules in place to protect the players, from people who are trying to get between them and the money. So I think all those things are just some things that, some guardrails would be helpful in terms of the future of college football.
Yeah, this is a work in progress, obviously, for a long time to come. Deion, what do you think, in your mind, the biggest challenge?
First of all, we can't compete. We don't have collectives. We don't have anything like that. We're trying to rally up boosters. When you talk about collectives, so I don't even know the definition of a collective. It's name, image, and likeness. Name, image, and likeness. I'm happy that these kids are getting compensated. But when you talk about name, image, and likeness, I haven't seen anybody on anything. We keep talking about these kids are making millions of dollars. What do they own? Where is the name, the image, and the likeness? Or is it just collectives just paying these kids to participate in this or that college? We don't have that. Again, we don't have those resources. We can't compete with that. So the little guy is pushed aside because now when it comes down to, is this guy going to choose this college or that college, we can't compete with anteing up to make sure that kid is compensated like he wants to be compensated. And I want these kids to start by focusing on the NFL and not the NIL. Now you have kids not even thinking about the wonderful job that Coach Saban has done in the track record that he's accumulated, but or the position coach, or does his scheme fit him? They're thinking about NIL. So if the money fits, I go there. And that's not the way to attack this thing, because the NFL is what's going to sustain you and maintain you, not the NIL.
Listen, this was already a difficult job that both of you had as head coaches at this level. As much as there's positive and people are happy and kids are getting paid, this is even tougher now, your job, because of NIL. So we'll keep track of all that as it evolves. Coach Saban, we all know your resume, and I know you roll your eyes when I repeat all this stuff, but you've led your teams to the national championship game 6 of the last 7 years, and you haven't lost more than 2 games since 2010. Just a couple reasons why. You were just given another new contract, 8 years, almost $94 million to be exact, and that's an average of 11.7 per year, the highest in the sport. I assume you consulted with Miss Terry, and he deserves it, right, Prime? Consulting with Miss Terry before deciding to sign a deal that will see you turn 79, I think, during the final year of that contract. How long can you see yourself as the head coach at Alabama?
Well, first of all, and I want to, comment on what Deion, just talked about. We're really trying to create value for players and their future. And we don't like to have things that can be impediments to that. In other words, the reason we all went to college was to be developed personally, academically, develop a career off the field, see if we could develop a career off the field and play at the next level. So creating value for players is one of the most important things that we've tried to do so that they're more successful in life because they were involved in the program. And that's what we want to continue to challenge ourselves to do. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy being a part of the team. Like I said before, I worry a lot about what would I do if I didn't do this.
Right.
Most people say, I want to retire so I can go to Europe or whatever. I'm just the opposite because I love doing this. I love being a part of the team. I love the competition, love the relationships with the players, love to see them sort of develop and have a better chance to be successful. And it makes you very proud when you see them do well. So I'm going to do it as long as I'm not an impediment to this program. I don't want to ride the program down. So I'm excited about the future, and I'm excited about this year and
What's
our
up,
team
Q?
and what we can do and what we can do in the future.
The long-term future for sure. Again, 79 years old when you're in that final year, and who knows, maybe more after that.
Oh, I don't like Saban either. I'm going to talk on it. I'm going to cook on this.
First of all, I just want everything after the comma. I want everything after the comma for Coach Saban. Coach Saban is our magna cum laude. He's our guy. You wouldn't question Michael Jordan. You don't question LeBron when they're given a contract of this standard and this status. We should never question him. I love what he's doing. I love the bar that he's set. And every opportunity I get to sit with him on this wonderful Affleck set, I'm gleaning from him just some of the fruit and the nuggets that he's able to spit to me. So I'm thankful. I'm happy. Well deserved. No one. I wish I would catch anybody saying anything about a contract that Coach Saban has warranted. He is the GOAT.
Not one person is debating how valid it is that Coach Saban got this deal. Listen, thank you.
What's up, Cino?
Coach, we have more time, Coach Saban. I would love an explanation of your desk behind you, because there's a lot there. That's impressive. It's there.
There's a lot of things that need to be put away from there. But I do want to make a comment. I enjoy so much the relationship with Deion to do the Affleck and the Gap Goat thing this year has always been really, really fun, but it was especially fun this year. And hopefully people realize, what they can accomplish by using Affleck to close the gap on some of the issues they have with insurance.
Nick Saban, DeionSanders, both of you are wonderful. Thank you for taking so much time with us here on SportsCenter, and have fun. Good luck to both of you this evening.
All right, thanks.
All right. Same old, Cino. Got to keep grinding. Next week, my birthday. I'm off next week. Thank God. This is my last week till my break. Now, we haven't seen Coach Saban since, remember the last time he dissed Deion Sanders, he dissed Jimbo Fisher, basically saying that they were illegally recruiting players. They were basically giving them excessive money. And that's when Coach Prime had to put him in his place and say, dog, I'm at Jackson State. What the hell is Jackson State? And if you haven't been to listen, if you haven't been to a HBCU, you don't really got a great facility. Everything is like the projects on campus. You're basically in the projects. And off campus, you could find some places that are nice, but the majority of the time, you're basically living like with a refund check, which isn't that much. It lasts you for the whole semester. And then football players, they don't have time to do anything. So the problem I have here is Coach Saban, he was quiet as a church mouse with this one. He basically is like, okay, him and Deion sat down. See, Deion took the high road. Coach Prime, I'm going to call him Coach Prime. My apologies. He said he wants to be referred to as Coach Prime. I'm going to call him Coach Prime or Coach Deion because he deserves it. Coach Prime basically took the high road in his interview. Nick Saban, like Cino was saying, equals Satan, basically came out here and just was like trying to double talk and say, oh, well, the NIL, we want to make sure that the kids are properly, using the funds they're getting and all that mumbo jumbo. Look, they came together because Nick Saban needed Coach Deion for the Affleck commercial because they're basically getting paid off of those commercials. And it doesn't work unless it has a hot and upcoming coach and Coach Prime, and you got the old head grand wizard himself, Coach Saban. But Coach Saban was a real bitch in what he did back when he tried to accuse Deion of swindling players and paying players money. And dog, Jackson State, DeionSanders has been taking his money and putting it into the facilities. He hasn't asked the boosters for nothing. He hasn't asked anybody for anything. Coach Prime could have just said, look, F it, I'm not getting paid enough money here. I'll just go somewhere else. You got Mike Zimmer, one of the established coaches in the NFL, one of the best defensive guys ever, like one of the best defensive coordinators ever, defensive mind, come down there to be a consultant with Deion. Basically, he's going to oversee things and, get the right personnel, talk to the coaches, get the right people in place. So he won for years doing the same ring. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Saban did the same thing, but he wanted to be a hypocrite. Jimbo Fisher, former coach of Florida State, now at Texas A&M, exposed him and said, look, there's been plenty of times you've done stuff. The problem is Nick Saban is a spoiled brat. He's that little spoiled brat who always gets what he wants. He always gets picked up. Every time he's crying, wah, 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 and then he gets picked up, and it's okay. It's okay, baby. You know, he's that baby, that spoiled brat who's cried for everything, gets whatever the hell he wants. But if somebody else over here is reaping the benefits of a new system that's in place, and now you have to have competition where you basically did whatever you want for decades, now it's a problem. I know this is a funny movie, but Waterboy, if you remember Waterboy, how the coach stole everything from that coach, his ideas, his playbook, and then when he went somewhere else, when the coach finally started coming back around, he got scared. He started being a little baby, doing little slick stuff, doing little sneak disses, and doing everything in his power to basically sabotage him and Bobby Boucher. And see, this is the same situation, except we're in the real life. This is serious, where Nick Saban is going to have to compete with the Texases, the Floridas now, the Michigans, the Wisconsins, the Californias, the Oregons. He's going to have to compete now, because now it's going to be an equal playing field. So they had their little talk and all of that, and basically, you know, on ESPN, they ain't gonna allow Coach Prime to really dig into him. But my opinion is Coach Prime should have dug in his ass. But Coach Prime, you know, did what he does best, take the high road, which I respect him for. But I wanted him to get in Nick Saban's ass, because Nick Saban was out here trying to make all these false accusations that a black college like Jackson State was getting millions of dollars and all of this funding. It's like, dog, what the hell are you talking about? It's Jackson State. Do you know how big Jackson State is? Jackson State is one of the smallest HBCUs out there. You know, my brother-in-law, he went to Jackson State. He's a Jackson State alumni. He'll tell you about Jackson State. And even when he heard this, I told him about what Nick Saban was accusing him of. My brother-in-law was like, Jackson State will be lucky if they get $1,000, let alone $10,000s. You serious? It's crazy. But see, that just shows you the humility that Coach Saban had to come with, because he don't want to have a back and forth with Deion. Coach Prime would win. Coach Prime basically showed everybody, look, I don't have to get in the mud to battle with you. I can kill you with kindness. All of their little smiling, their kikiing back and forth, they only did this because of business. Aflac wanted them to, they probably talked behind the scenes before they did this, because Coach Saban was out of line. He was out of line for what he said. And Jimbo Fisher put him, you still got to see Jimbo Fisher, Coach Fisher. Coach Saban, you still need to see Coach Fisher for the BS that you put out there. That BS that you did was very foul and underhanded. When you know damn well Coach Fisher went out there trying to do anything when you've been doing it worse. Still the king. The band is the main attraction at HBCU. See, I know you went to an HBCU. HBCUs, the band is what people come to watch. They don't come watch no football. So what Prime is doing, he's changing the culture of black colleges. See, Florida State, we had a chance to go get him. But yet, he didn't go get him because Florida State is a bunch of idiots. And I still feel they're going to regret not getting Coach Prime in the long run. That's why I got rid of all my Florida State stuff. Done with Florida State. After they burnt Coach Prime's jersey, that's BS. Thank you, D.I. Pot calling the kettle black. Yep, the pot calling the kettle black. That's what Nick Saban does. Nick Saban always is a hypocrite, D.I. He's always going after everybody else. He's always saying it's unfair and this money could be, this could ruin the league because it could make players just get the big head. No, you upset with the NIL because you know that the NIL, you're going to have to compete for kids to come to your school. That's the only reason why. You thought I forgot Nick Saban? No, I was waiting for the time because, see, I like to wait and see. I observe. So I sat back and watched and waited. You were going to have, you had to see Deion. And I know you guys talk behind closed doors because your energy was very low in that interview. But yet, when you're behind your desk and you got all this media people kissing your ass, oh, you big bad Coach Saban. Well, I just think that Deion, I just think that Jackson State and Texas and all of them, you were using money to attract players. It's like, bro, nobody was using no goddamn money to bring back. But what are you talking about? HBCUs put a lot of their money into the band. They don't put their money in no football program. D1AA is known for bands. You only have a few black colleges that have schools that have dominant programs. But see, when we had nothing but black people at our schools way back in the day, before you start having integration, we used to whoop the white boys. We used to whoop all them teams, Wisconsin's and all of them. We used to beat them. Texas Southern, we were one of the greatest black colleges in history, along with Tennessee State, Jackson State, Grambling State, Southern, the SWAC. So, it's people got to wake up and smell the coffee. We've got to stop falling victim to what people are trying to tell us in these narratives. Exactly, still the king. Like JSU, just like Texas Southern, we're banned first. It's a band school. It's a band. I ain't talking about 1,000 either. I'm talking about band, playing instruments. Everybody only comes. If you watch Drumline, that is exactly how people are. They come to watch the band. Black colleges are not about football. Nobody gives a shit about football at black colleges. They don't. They only care about the band. Okay, they only care about the band, and that's it. And the women who dancing, the beautiful dancers that are out there. That's it. I know because I graduated from Texas Southern University 4 years. What's up, T-Hub? Exactly. One brand, one sound. One brand, one sound. And again, if you guys want to get into fantasy football, it's a $10 entry fee. At the end of the fantasy football tournament, you guys will get the pot. Everybody puts $10 in, and you get the earnings at the end. So if you want to get into that, go to my description box and go to my email and email me your information. I will send you the link to the Fantasy Football League. You guys have until Saturday this week. You guys have until Saturday. I just wanted to let that be known. It's my brother's league. My brother has opened up a league, and he wants to try something new. So if you guys want to get in, let me know. I'll send you the link, and you can sign up. We already got C-Pen in there. We got Mac Mizzle in there. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. Now, where does this go from here? Basically, what will happen is Deion and them are going to look to take the SWAC again, which I believe they could win the SWAC. I believe that his son is going to be better this year, Shador. He's going to be better at the quarterback position. He just has to learn how to make better better decisions in situational football when it gets thick and when it gets tough. He just has to learn how to do that, and he'll be all right. He will be all right. Shout out to Carcino for Life for the donations. Appreciate you, big bro, man. Carcino's been a real big supporter of the page, and you know, he guides me, you know, tells me what's right, what's wrong, you know, been a very big inspiration. Shout out to Cino, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DI, the first lady of the page, man. She gets everything done. You know, she comes when she can, and she supports the best way she can. So I appreciate you guys. Shout out to everybody else in the chat too, man, for being here. You know, you guys could be doing something else. But I just wanted you guys to listen to that little snippet of, you know, Deion Sanders and Coach Prime and then Coach Saban. And I just wanted you guys to hear the bullshit coming out of Coach Saban's mouth. Trying to give all this fake praise to Deion and stuff, and Deion having to play the old good boy and stuff. Because they know Coach Saban was wrong. Saban was wrong for what he did. Very wrong. You know, Sage still doing the interview and stuff. It's like whatever. But they're promoting Aflac. But Alabama's gonna have some competition this year in the SEC. The SEC gonna be loaded, and it's gonna be a battle. But glad college football is back. I got to see some teams early on. Shout out to Northwestern for pulling the upset over Nebraska. That was a big win. That was a good win by Northwestern. Very good win. Shout out for FAMU, you know, even though they got beat, but they was out there giving everything they all could to North Carolina. HBCUs, man, if they can ever get on that equal playing field with these other colleges, man, we'll dominate. HBCUs will dominate the whole thing, and that's something we need. We need to bring black colleges back. You know, we got to stop running to the white man every time, you know, something isn't right or something isn't good. We need to learn how to handle things within our community, handle things within black men and black women. We have to learn how to give back to one another. We've got to get out of this crab in the barrel mentality. Oh man, I'm gonna go over here to Wisconsin or UConn or Alabama or Florida State we need to start going back to our colleges. We need to start building FAMU up, Jackson State, all of these schools that are black colleges. We got to build them up. Dog, we have the talent. A lot of Hall of Famers that are the best ever went to black colleges, lower schools. You had Terrell Owens, he went to a low school. You had Steve McNair went to I forgot what you call it. Where he went? Alcorn State, went to Alcorn State. Jerry Rice, I believe, went to Mississippi Valley State. What's up, Daryl Jones, man? My brother. This salute, bro. The NCAA and these sellout black athletes won't let the HBCUs have an even playing field. Facts. That is facts. NCAA doesn't want that to happen because they feel like NCAA is like this. They feel like, okay, if we let them get the equal playing field, that's going to take money out of their pocket. See, everything is about money, economics, finances, infrastructure. The infrastructure of college revolves around these white schools like Michigan, Alabama, Penn State, all of them. They know if HBCUs ever got on their level, they will be destroyed. They will never see another day. Oh, no doubt. Thank you, D.I. I appreciate your support. What's up, Jake? Joe Cool in the house. What up, HD? Sable is still a lame. Salute, Coach Prime. Facts. Shout out to Joe Cool and the family, his daughters and his wife. Facts. Coach Saban ain't nothing but a lame. He's a bum. you came on talking trash about Coach Prime, saying, oh, Coach Prime got all this money. Man, what money? You still haven't brought the receipts that you were saying. Where's your receipts at, Saban? Where's your receipts at? I want to see them. Because if I accuse somebody of something, I got receipts. Where's your receipts? I want to know where his receipts are at. Hashtag Coach Saban, where's your receipts? Where's your receipts? You were talking all this cash way back when. Please let me know where your receipts are at. Yep, Michael Strahan's from my alma mater is actually still the king with his old tutti frutti on Rudy ass. Allegedly. Allegedly, but he did go there. What's up, Know the Ledge? Bump the pink, hashtag pink ain't it. The facts, pink ain't it. Hashtag pink ain't it. That's the facts. They not. They're always looking to destroy us, talk bad about us. We must be doing something right. I'm trying to figure out where all this money at that Coach Prime has. Like, where's all this money at? Coach Prime pays out of his pocket. He don't take from the boosters and them. All I want to know is why Grambling State never made it to the FBS, but Appalachian State did. Facts, Daryl Jones. Thank you. Daryl Jones, thank you for saying that. People forget Grambling State was dominant. They were dominant. They should have been in the the FBS. I agree. What's up, One True in the house? Saban will never admit to paying athletes. Jimbo Fisher was going to expose them. Oh, yeah, Jimbo was going to expose them. See, he going to have to still answer to Coach Fisher. He got to answer to Coach Fisher still. See, he's over here acting like there's nothing going on, bro. You got to answer to Coach Fisher, and you got to answer to Coach Prime. I want to see these receipts. Hashtag, where are your receipts, Coach Saban? You were talking all this shit. You were talking all this shit to everybody. But you got caught in the grease because I messed up again. My bad, Coach Prime. Coach Prime and Coach Fisher put your ass on expose. They put you on expose. Now what? Now what? What are you going to do now, Saban? You were talking all this trash. Now you on espn trying to act like the goody two shoes. Man, get the hell out of here. Trust and believe Saban paid for all his national championships. Facts, Joe Cool. Joe Cool in the house, the coolest one. Trust and believe Saban paid for all of his national championships. He did. Allegedly, he did. Allegedly, he's been paying. Allegedly. That's why he backed off of Coach Fisher, because Coach Fisher exposed him. Yeah, C-Pen, Daryl Jones hit the nail right on the head with the hammer. Saban will never admit to paying athletes. Coach Jimbo Fisher was going to expose him, allegedly. Facts. You see how that works? But I still want to see what these receipts at that he supposedly has. Like, he got all these receipts. Shit, if you got all these receipts, then we need to take some of this stuff back, Saban. You got all these receipts, we got to take some of this stuff back. Because the white Freemasons and the fraternities funded and pushed the NCAA. Yep, they sure did, Q-Lee. Facts. Allegedly. Allegedly, by the way. Facts. And that's the thing. Coach Prime was out there. Coach Prime. Coach Fisher was going to expose him. Just like Coach Prime said, he got to deal with Jimbo. Jimbo used to work for him. Then you had old Kirby Smart, who ain't nothing but Coach Saban's little bitch, gonna try to come out and back Saban up. And then you had the coach from Clemson. I can't think of his name, but he a punk too. He a punk too. Telling you, dog. See, that's what I'm saying. This dude Saban is a spoiled brat. It's like a spoiled kid who gets everything he wants, and when he finally gets told, no, you can't have that, start crying like a little baby. Goddamn crybaby. Yeah, Dabo Sweeney. His old punk ass. I can't stand him either. I can't stand his fugazi ass either. Daryl Jones. Oh yeah, Q. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can record my NCAAs. I got unlimited space to record. I'm gonna be watching college, baby. Once I get off of work on Saturdays, I'm gonna be watching college football, baby. And I saw Florida State, Q. I am not impressed. I am not impressed. They got a running back. They got a couple running backs. But I'm not impressed overall. I do not like the quarterback. The quarterback is very lukewarm to me. Very lukewarm. Very lukewarm. But that just goes to show you. That just goes to show you that HBCUs never can get any love. We can't get no pat on the backs. We're always being accused of doing something while the white guy who's been doing it for decades get a pass. But I can't wait to see Jimbo beat Saban again. That'll be my whole year. I just want Jimbo to whoop his ass. Dabo Sweeney is a crybaby too. He's been doing some shady to pulling kids scholarships if they go to the transfer portal allegedly. Facts, Q. Yep, I heard that too. Yeah, Dabo's a bitch because see, Dabo can't dominate like he used to, Q. You know, he played in the weak ass ACC, so he used to get all the people, you know, get players under the table, giving them something under the table allegedly. Used to dominate. Now that talent got to spread around. Now what? Facts, Daryl Jones. The black coaches get no love, period. Charlie Strong at Texas. Yep. They don't get no love at all, bro. They gets no love. You know, they did Charlie Strong dirty. Didn't even give him a chance. Yeah, that's sad. But see, college is just like the NFL when it comes to black coaches, dog. They do not want to hire black coaches. They just now started allowing on black quarterbacks, really. It's probably going to be another 2 or 3 decades before we get a bunch of black coaches. But don't hold your breath. there are only 14 black head coaches in NCAA FBS programs, representing just 11% of the head coaches at the 130 member institution. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that? Yeah, they never did, Daryl, because Texas is a white college. Nothing but Crackerville over there, sir. I can't lie, it's more black head coaches in the NFL, though. Yeah, that's facts. How many of those coaches at winning schools? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up now. Give me a sec. Marcus Freeman so far, he went to Notre Dame. Let's see. You got James Franklin at Penn State. You got Mel Tucker at Michigan State. Herm Edwards is still at AZ State. Marcus Freeman at Notre Dame. So you really only got 3 or 4 coaches at winning programs. Everybody else is like at Buffalo, Temple, Marshall, Colorado, things like that. The best coach is James Franklin at Penn State. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah, but it's only like 4 winning programs, Q, that really have like head coaches. It's 14 though. Now, let's see. Let's go to the NFL. It's only 3 black coaches in the NFL. You got Lovie Smith, Mike Tomlin, and then they're considering Michael McDaniel as a black coach. They're saying he's like biracial or something. I don't know. So it's really only 2 black coaches. That's a damn shame. We got 2 black coaches in the NFL, 14 in college. That just shows you what's up. Let me see something here. In the NBA, there's 15 black coaches. Hold on, let me see. I forgot Todd Bowles is a head coach too. In the NBA, it's 15 of 30 black coaches. Like out of all 30 teams, it's 15 black coaches. Man, Mike McDaniel ain't black. Daryl Clark, Mike McDaniel white. He look white, unless he a mulatto. They got 3 black coaches. Well, they got 2 black coaches. Lovie Smith white. He just black on the outside. Yeah, Dino Barber's at Syracuse. Yeah, I know. Now, let me see something. Now, there are 34 black coaches in NCAA basketball. No, hold on. No, there's 110. There's 110 black head coaches in NCAA basketball out of 358 coaches in men's Division I basketball. That's good. He said Mike McDaniel is logic. You right, C-Pen. Oh, is dad black? Okay, so we got 4 coaches. We'll see how long that lasts. It's probably going to be back to 2 next year. Yeah, so that just goes to show you, man, it's not a lot of black coaches. It's not. People, D1AA, you got a lot more because it's black colleges. Goes to show you. Yeah, Baylor head coach. That's right, Q. That boy. C-Pen said logic. Damn. RJ Barrett just signed a $120 million extension with the New York Knicks. That's big time, big time, big time, big time. Saban is a good coach, but Jesus, Alabama is loaded every year. Think he would be decent. Is he a good coach? Is Saban a good coach? I mean, think about it, Leo. Nick Saban's been at some of the top recruiting colleges in history. Like, let's look at Nick Saban. Let's look at the teams he's coached. He coached LSU, Michigan State, and Alabama. Toledo, that was a good job he did at Toledo. He coached Michigan State, did good there. That can't lie, he's a good coach. Yeah, he should be a good coach with the talent he gets. Saban always gets some good talent. But he's coached some good teams. Saban's thing to me is that he gets all the recruits. Now he has to actually work for it. Now he has to actually show, his recruiting prowess now. And he's going to have to show that he can coach up the talent that he has to win. That's the thing Saban has to do now. Yeah, if he would have had Breeze, yeah, but that's Miami. Miami messed that up. Miami let Breeze walk like some dumbasses. Coach Saban would have won at least a couple Super Bowls down there. For real. Saban won one game in Miami back in 07. Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Yep, Drew Brees, man. If Drew Brees would have never tore that shoulder, there's not many Jimmy Johnsons. Of course, it's not. Jimmy Johnson was one of a kind. Jimmy Johnson knew how to get talent, bring talent. Excuse me. He knew how to get talent, mold talent, and make the talent better than what it was. But Jimmy Johnson knew if he got Emmett, it's cool. Is Brady all in? I don't know. I'm not really sold on the Bucks. I think the Bucks are gonna have an up and down year. I think they'll be mostly up. I think they'll struggle a little bit early and then they'll catch fire mid-season, late season, get to the playoffs, and we'll make something happen. Brady's all in as he can be. I'm worried about that offensive line because we had some injuries on it. But I believe he's all in, Leo. Yeah, it's usually a great college coach, a great NFL coach. But see, the problem, Q, is why a lot of college coaches can't translate to the league is because they don't know how to talk to players. In the NFL, you have to be able to handle men. And some coaches don't know how to coach men. They can coach kids because kids are hungry. They're trying to get to the next level. They know they have to do well with you in order to get to that next level. Y'all winning at least 10 games. Yeah, we winning at least 10 games. We'll see. Can't lie, we'll see. TB12 is a pro no matter what. Yeah, TB is. Brady's a pro. He's a professional. He does what he has to do to win. He knows how to pay attention to detail. He knows how to get his troops ready for the games. It's just that I'm worried about the Saints. We don't match up well against the Saints. And the Saints been kicking our ass since the paper bag era. We might split this year. I have them losing both to the Saints. HD, have you seen a new episode of Pivot with Byron Leftwich? It was pretty good. No, I didn't see it. I'm not a real fan of the Pivot. I don't like Channing Crowder. I can't stand that light-skinned bastard. But I'll check it out though, C-Pen, and I'll give you my assessment later. I can't stand him. I don't like Channing Crowder. He left a bad taste in my mouth with the Deshaun Watson comments, and then the way he was treating Cam Newton on the show. I kind of didn't like that. I thought it was very disrespectful. While he was kissing everybody else's ass, but he was giving him a diss. So, I don't know. I really don't feel it. But I'll watch it though. I'll see what B Leftwich said. Yeah, facts, Daryl. He loved football. Tom Brady loves football, man. Outside of his family, he loves football. Christian Saints and shit. Man, Christian like the Saints, the Panthers. Now he like the Saints because the Panthers suck. So he'll be with the Saints. But he's from Louisiana, so he messed with the Saints. I hope you're right, Q. We'll split with them, but I don't see it. We always go 0-2 against them, especially in the Super Bowl type year. We go to a Super Bowl, we always get swept by them. The same. Yeah, I can't stand Channing Crowder. I can't stand that bitch. I can't stand him. He's a straight bitch. Straight hoe. I can't stand him. Yes, Winston is healthy, Leo. Winston will be starting for the Saints. Yes. What's up, B. Wyatt? Yeah. Yeah, I tune him out too. I love Fred Taylor and Ryan Clark. Fred Taylor and Ryan Clark keep it very professional. Fred Taylor's the second greatest Florida Gator running back in history behind Emmitt Smith. I love Fred Taylor. I always had a respect for Fred Taylor because he handles it like a man. Ryan Clark, I always loved Ryan Clark because he's a professional. I can't stand that bitch Channing Crowder because he just sounds like an ignorant ass nigga off the street. And I just don't like that. Right, I do too, B. Wyatt. Channon's not a comic relief, Daryl Clark. Channon's a bitch. I don't see any comic relief from Channing Crowder. He's ignorant. Very, to me, he don't even sound like he actually studies before he actually goes in there for like to talk. It's like he just says whatever comes to his mind, and 90% of it is dumb. So he's not very comical to me. Right, exactly. DI, exactly. He's the typical zaddy boy. Thank you, DI. You hit it right on the head with the hammer. You hit the nail on the head with the hammer. Thank you. Right. Chachan is not funny. He's not. I guess, man. I don't know. He's not funny to me. He's ignorant. I think the show would be a lot better without him. Oh yeah, Fred Taylor was a beast for the Jags. Fred Taylor's the greatest Jaguars in history. He's the greatest running back. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. No, I understand Daryl Clark. You know, nothing but respect for you. I hold you in high respect, DC. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying I don't see him. Somebody else may find him funny. I'm just saying I don't. I just think he's a zaddy's boy. Like I really believe he's that. I really don't like him. I just think he's, like to me, he goes left way too much. And Cam Newton and I could tell Cam was getting real pissed off with him. Cam wanted to slap the hell out of his ass on that couch. The only reason Cam didn't do it is because, Cam is a God-fearing man. And, Cam is very respectable. But Cam wanted to slap the hell out of Channing Crowder. You could tell by watching him on that couch. Like for real. You can easily find somebody else to replace Channing. I agree, C-Pen. I would replace him today. His daddy stay around the corner from me in Lake County. That's true. Yeah, Q. I forgot he stayed there. I am glad Celtics not trade two good young players for old KD. I would have traded Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart for KD. I would have traded them too. I wouldn't have traded Jason. I wouldn't have traded Jaylen Brown. I'd have kept Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown could adjust his game to KD. Jason Tatum can't adjust his game. Jason Tatum got to be the main guy or his game's not going to function. But I would have traded Marcus Smart because I believe Marcus Smart really holds the Celtics back. And I believe Jason Tatum holds you back. Jason Tatum just ain't that guy. Yeah, really. I would have did it. I would have traded Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart for KD. Leo, you guys got a bench. Y'all brought in Malcolm Brogdon. Y'all got a bench. Y'all got a supporting cast. You would have had KD with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown had a good finals. The guys who messed y'all up was Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum shelled up, and Marcus Smart was turning the ball over profusely. Way too much. And he was making a lot of dumbass plays down the stretch. He did okay, but he messed up at that. I would have if Katie was under 30. No, not me. I'm about winning now, Leo. You could have had KD for 3-4 good years. Plus, you wouldn't even have to play KD that many minutes. You could have played KD 28 to 30 minutes. Probably less. Celtics would be dangerous. Y'all would be way more dangerous with him instead of Tatum. Yeah, D.I., I feel the same about Tatum. Yep, same here. Gallo, Brown, KD, Brogdon, Big Al, Robert Williams, that white dude Pritchard, man. Brad Stevens, dumb as hell. Boy, I'd have traded Tatum so fast. Real brief. Real brief. He traded the wrong one. Crowder is lame. Yes, facts. Very lame. Yep, dumbass play. We're going to start calling him damn C-Pen, D-A-M. Damn, dumbass Marcus. Damn, what? Dumbass Marcus. They got to stop the turnovers. Yeah, Leo, they got to. You guys have Malcolm Brogdon this year, but that'll help. Now your issue is going to be, is Tatum going to be able to close? All Tatum got to do is show up, and the Celtics could win it all. But I don't think Tatum that guy. I think Brown that guy more than him. DC, CJ Young, man. You got to understand, CJ a kid. Only CJ will say that bullshit. C-Pen over there cracking up. He said them cheeks still ain't see. There you go. You finna talk all that trash, Q, and then the cheeks gonna mess around and beat everybody because you jinxed them to do well. I told you got to stop talking that cash, dog. You bad luck. You gonna wake them up. C-Pen gonna screenshot what you said and send it to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick gonna come out there and start killing everybody. Jalen seems more hardcore than JT. He is. Jalen is, Leo. Look, Jaylen Brown's the better player. He can play better defense. He shoots better shots. He makes better decisions. His problem is he got to learn how to handle the ball. It seems like Sky Moore is comfortable with Mahomes' backyard style. Yeah, he is. We about to win the Super Bowl now since you said that, Q. Exactly, C-Pen. Q just can't keep his damn mouth shut. Q just got to talk shit all the time. Celtics really should have been up 3-1 versus the Warriors. Of course, Derek Dog. Boston should have won the series. The reason Boston lost is because Tatum shelled up. Damn, dumbass Marcus turned the ball over. And Steph Curry was just killing them. Marcus Smart couldn't guard him. The better guy guarding Curry was Derek White, but Marcus Smart can't guard no damn Steph Curry. Steph was shitting on Marcus. Bad. Killing him. I'm not sold on him either, Leo. Like I said, you got to split Jalen and Jason Tatum up. One of them guys have got to go. And I would let Jason Tatum go. Jaylen Brown, to me, would be the better player to keep. Tatum's going to shell up too much. Yep. You know who the Boston Celtics reminded me of? They remind me of my Orlando Magic with Penny Hardaway and Shaq. They would have those big leads against the Houston Rockets, and then they would choke. Yeah, Brogdon is a point guard, Leo. Absolutely. But I got to wake up for work in the morning, guys, man. Thank you guys for coming by, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If y'all love what y'all hear, y'all can go to my description box. Hit that link to my Cash App where you could donate whatever your heart's desire. If you guys would like to super chat, you can super chat when we go live or premiere video. Shout out to Carcino for Life. Make sure you go subscribe to Carcino for Life, One Crack News, Screen Fiend, the Carcino for Life Patreon, his Kevin Davis page. Make sure you go to all of that. And on Screen Fiend, he's going to start doing membership. So make sure you guys sign up to that because he's going to start showing movies and everything behind the scene. And we're going to be able to judge a movie, review a movie at the same time as him. Thank you to him, and thank you to DI for the support of the page. Appreciate it, baby. Appreciate that, Miss Lady. And also, if you want to do a super thanks, you can do a super thanks after the video is over with. Also, if you want to get into the fantasy football league where you'll have a chance to win, everybody puts in $10 and whoever wins the fantasy football league gets all the money at the end. If you guys want to sign up for it, please hit my email up. It's in the description box, my email. Welcome to HDIITV@yahoo.com. If you want to get in, like I said, all you got to do is put in $10. You guys have by Saturday. Saturday, it will be closed because we're having the draft on September 4th, Sunday, which is my birthday. You know what I'm saying? All right. There's a poll saying who should be point Fultz or old boy. Who's old boy, Q? You talking about Jalen Suggs? I feel like Jalen Suggs should be the point guard and Fultz come off the bench. Yep, exactly. Don't have that killer gene. But yeah, man, thank you guys, man. Love you guys. Be safe. I'm out. Deezy.